Assalamualaikum. Right, in this video, I'm going to show how to do grading using Rubric. But if you are interested to give marks in a range, I would suggest you to use marking guide. Okay, because Rubric is very specific and objective. It will just give 1 marks for each level. Okay, so let's get started. Right, let's go to the assignment. Okay, just click on that and go to the gear button, look for advanced grading. Okay, so there's 3 options given here. We have marking guide, rubric, and simple direct grading. So choose rubric and click on define new grading form from scratch. Right, first thing you have to give the name for the rubric. Okay, for description, you can write so that your student can see, or else you can just leave it blank and go direct to the rubric. Okay, so there's criterion here and there's different level. You can add level as many as you want. Okay, so try to fix to 4 to 5 levels, I would say. Okay, so let's start with this one. So let's say my first criterion is content, and the maximum mark is 25%. Okay, for rubric, it has to start from 0 points for the lower level, and the maximum points will be the highest level. Okay, so make sure you have the level for 0 marks or 0 points. So that is one of the difference between rubric and marking guide. Marking guide, you can start with 1 points, but for rubric, you have to start with 0 points. Okay, I will just copy the description first, and we will add the points in a bit. Okay, so this is the highest level, so I'm going to give this one 25. Okay, so I have then to decide 1, 2, 3, the other 3 levels. Okay, so this one, let's say I give 18, and this one I'll give 5. Okay, so this one has to be somewhere in between. Okay, so let's say this one is 12. Yep. Okay, so we have 0 point, 5 points, 12 points, 18 points, and 25 points. Okay, and that is only the first one. So we can just add criterion and go to the next one. Okay, if you don't have your rubric in words form, then you have to type one by one in your on your e-learn. Okay, this will take some time, but trust me, it will be very easy once it's ready. And rubric is very easy to use for grading. It will make your life much easier. Okay, Just bear with me for another 2 criteria. And if you realize the points has automatically been set in my other criteria following the previous one that I set in the beginning. Okay. So it's quite easy, just cut and paste everything. Right, we are nearly there. Okay, so the last point is on delivery. Okay. Okay, make sure you have the 0 point. If not, the system can't read your rubric. Okay. If you have, let's say, different weightage, you can always change the points. Yeah. Here, you can always change the points. But since my criterion have the same weightage, so I'm just using from the first points set earlier. Okay, we are nearly there. Right. Okay, we are done. So make sure the points, the total score is equal to 100%. Okay, if not, Elon will alter that for you. All right. For here, you can choose to set order for levels ascending, yeah, because I set it from 0 to 25, or else you can change to descending by number of points, up to you. And here you can actually, yes, calculate grade based on rubric having a minimum score of 0, yes. Allow user to preview rubric. This one you can actually untick if you want to hide it from your students. So they will just see the criterion without um, having the access to look at each detail description. Okay, they will still see the rubric has 4 elements: content, organization, creativity, and delivery, and each of these element carry 25%, but they won't see the description. Okay, but if you want to allow them, just click on that one. Display rubric description during evaluation. I don't think so. Display rubric description to those being graded. Nope. Display points for each level during evaluation. Yes, so that we can see the points. Okay, display points for each level to those being graded. Yes. Allow grader to add text remarks for each criterion. Yeah, just use the default. Show remarks of those being graded. Yes. So, but this one is entirely up to you. If you want to tick all, you can do that, no problem. Okay, so that's all for the rubric setup. So let's save rubric and make it ready. Okay, so this is how it will looks like. Okay, so it is totally different from marking guide. It's more organized, but the only drawback of using rubric is the points given is fixed to 1 point for each level. Okay, otherwise it is fantastic. Right, so let's try to see how it will looks like. Okay, so you can go to grade. Okay, so this is how it will looks like when you are grading. So you just need to click on the box and it will give the marks automatically. Okay, you don't need to key in like what we did in marking guide. Okay, so this one, let's say your student has submitted the assignment. Okay, so you have 4 criteria, so you know you have 25% each, and there you go. You can just click, and the one highlighted is the one that you click, and the marks will be given from the highlighted box. Okay, 5 points. Okay, let's say you give 12 points for this one, another 12 points, and finally 18 points. Okay, so the system will total up the marks, and here you can actually change whether you are still marking completed, or yeah, this is just the workflow state so that the student will know what is the flow state. And this one, okay, so since if the assignment is a team assignment, I mean team for the uh, your teaching partner to marks together with you, so you can actually allocate who is marking that particular assignment. Okay, and once you assign, so the other two will not be marking the same assignment. And then you can give the overall feedback here. And let me check. Oh, okay. Similar to marking guide, you can actually give comments for each individual criteria as well. Okay, so you can just type in here if you have any comments, or else you can give a feedback comments. And done. Okay, so that's all you need to do for rubric grading. And I think this is very useful, especially during this pandemic period where you can directly give feedback to your students, and then they can also see the feedback and learn from the mistakes. Yeah, so I think this is great. So choose the right grading method, whether you want to use simple grading or you want to do rubric or marking guide, it's up to you. And as long as it fits your course outcome, I think that will be fine. Okay, so that's all, and good luck.